Hey kids, today we're talking about the birth of Jesus.
Remember what happened last week? An angel came and told Mary she's going to have a baby, and that baby was going to be named Jesus.
While Mary still had baby Jesus in her belly, she and her husband Joseph had to travel to a faraway place called Bethlehem.
When it was time for baby Jesus to be born, Mary and Joseph had to find a place to stay.
But this turned out to be a big problem. There was no room in the inn.
An inn is like a hotel. It's where people stay when they're traveling.
But since the inn was full, Mary and Joseph had nowhere to stay.
But baby Jesus had to be born somewhere, so let's look at what happens next.
She gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him snugly in strips of cloth and laid him in a manger because there was no lodging available for them.
Baby Jesus was born in a manger. That's where they feed horses and cows and all sorts of farm animals. These are dirty, stinky things that no mom would want to put her baby in. Gross!
But when you think about it, it's actually pretty cool.
Jesus is God and the King of everything, and he chose to come to the earth in an ordinary way. Jesus came to be with us.
Remember Jesus' nickname that we talked about last week?
It was Emmanuel, and our memory verse for this week tells you all about it. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She'll give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God is with us.
Jesus came to be with us because he loves us. He didn't need a fancy hotel or a bed.
He chose to come so that one day he can die on the cross for our sins.
So since Jesus has done a lot for us, we should do a lot for him. We should make room in our hearts for Jesus.
Kids, let's not be like that inn that had no room.
Jesus should be the most important person in our lives.
Even though Jesus died on the cross for our sins, we need to invite him into our hearts.
We do that by trusting in Jesus and what he did on the cross.
Have you invited Jesus into your heart? If you haven't, ask a parent or teacher.